Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for June 2021. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So if this one doesn't resonate, guys, check out those other placements. But there might be a little bit of something for everybody because this is going to be a little bit of a longer reading. So I will try to pick up on as much as I can. We're going to check into the recent past, your current energy, the near future. Then we're going to see if Spirit has any messages or anything specific to bring up that you need to know about. Then I will clarify those cards, and then after that I'll clear the cards and we'll go into whoever's on your mind. Whether it be a person, an ex, somebody, whoever it is, we'll get their energy and your energy. And if we need to, we'll get an outcome, and then we'll get the romance angels. Okay, so this is for Gemini. Recent past. We have the Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Five of Wands, okay? Feels like there's something that you are definitely holding back from. Then we have the Judgment in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Swords, not being confused anymore, walking away, the Eight of Cups, and then the Five of Pentacles. So two very clear cards of walking away from something that just doesn't work anymore. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Again, you have the three cards all right in a row about moving away from a situation. That's the Six of Swords. Then we have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So clearly this is about something that really broke your heart. Could have been a third-party situation for sure. Right now, the Seven of Wands is your overall energy. So not feeling like you can stand up for yourself. If there's something in your life where somebody seems like they're coming at you, whether this was an overly aggressive partner or it was people around you, maybe you felt like you constantly had to defend your relationship. I'm just going to say this out loud, Gemini. I don't know who you were dealing with, but whoever I'm reading for this time, this may not resonate for everybody. Whoever this was not a great person. I feel like you needed to get away from this a long time ago, and maybe recently you just finally made the choice, or you were forced by the universe to get out of this relationship. This felt like something where you never felt like you could defend yourself. The Seven of Wands definitely can be about attempting to, but feeling pushed down. This just feels like maybe you don't want to have to defend yourself anymore. Maybe you've walked away from people or other people's opinions and decided, I don't need to defend myself any longer about the choices that I make in my life. My life is my life. It's none of your business. Stay out. So this could be all about standing your ground as well. So there's two different kind of energies I'm picking up for that. Go ahead and take whatever resonates for you. So then we have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Thinking about something to do with finances. This is for the month of June, so we're going to talk about if work comes up as well. This feels like wanting to find stability again. If you had been knocked off your balance throughout the last year or so, I feel like this is still trying to find a way to get to a place where you feel more secure financially. It may not be that you're having necessarily problems, but it could be that right now with the Five of Wands, there's a lot of competition out there to get jobs. If you haven't found one yet, we'll see what comes out when we clarify. Right now, it feels like either there was a tremendous amount of fighting that went on. It caused some imbalance in your life, or you feel kind of unstable right now. And I feel like there's been a lot of thinking about that. Maybe you're revisiting all of the circumstances. If you're fighting with friends or family about, like I said, if you don't feel like you need to defend yourself anymore, it could be that you were fighting with people about either a relationship or the choices that you were making, and now that's kind of processing. And in the month of June, you're going to work through that because you're going to take a step back and say, okay, what's going to make me feel the best as the Queen of Pentacles? Turn that right side up, because right now I feel a little unstable. And it feels like you're just fighting with everyone, like you're having to fight people off, or there is, in another hand, a lot of competition to find something stable for work. And that's got you kind of in your head. And they're two extremes, but they could resonate either for one person or different people. So we'll come back to this and get the clarifications. Under the Seven of Wands, we had the King of Wands, which means there's something I feel like that's firing up for you in the month of June. So if you're not feeling it yet, it may start to come up for you in the next week or so. Maybe at the new moon, something that you're really passionate about is finally going to come to light, I feel like. All right, let's talk about the current energy, the Judgment in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. To me, this is actually great. You're not holding back. Something that you really want or need, you're going to get. So instead of in the upright where I'd say you're holding back either emotion or maybe you're having to save money, in this case, I'd say go ahead. If you need to spend money in order to make money, do that. I think there might be a slight fear about moving forward with some kind of a project, but this is an indication that there needs to be a decision made, or maybe you just recently, or you're waiting. That's what I want to say. You're waiting to make this choice until July. The Chariot is the Cancer card, which brings up the month of July. It's the 7 for me. And with Judgment in reverse, maybe you've made a decision that that's when you're going to move forward. That's when you're going to go ahead and take the chance that you want to towards some kind of a work situation. It feels very strongly either something you're going to do for yourself, something that you enjoy doing creatively, or this is taking initiative with something towards the month of July. I just feel like that's going to be a really important month for you. So through June, maybe it's just time to gather all the things, the resources, and your mind and figure out what it is that you want. It could be that you have to move as well, and maybe that hasn't come about, and July could be when you need to set things up in order to move. That you've already made a decision about that, and you're not going to worry about how much money. You're not going to hold back. Whatever you had saved is going to go towards making that step if you need to move out of a situation. A lot of different messages there. Okay, and then in the near future, not being confused anymore, moving away. Like I said, you could be moving, possibly making plans in June, and because you don't feel stable in the situation you're in, whether that be in work or in your home life, it could be in a relationship, but this is not being confused or stuck anymore at all. She's upside down. Like there's no confusion. Eight of Cups, obviously this is very much about walking away. It doesn't matter how much you love somebody or love a job. When it's done, it's done. If there was any kind of confusion in the past about whether you should take a step forward, which tells me in the current energy, maybe there was some indecision about what to do moving forward, the Chariot card in reverse. But I feel like you did make a decision. You may not be moving on it just yet. Like I said, it could be July before you do, but it feels like it's the right decision for you. It's all about walking away. And again, the Five of Pentacles tells me that with it in reverse and this in the upright, both are walking away cards. Like at this point, I don't think you're going to care whether you leave somebody behind or not. That's definitely an energy of, I've done it, I'm done, stare at my back as I walk away, because the energy kind of shifts into it's like a cold energy. It's like you put so much emotion into either a relationship or a job, and you're so fed up that it's become kind of cold. Like the Pentacles is not even caring about whether you lose money. It could be losing money or more difficult financially for you to walk away from this situation, job or relationship, but you don't care anymore because you need to make that decision to move forward, because you're looking for a place to be stable, where you feel good about where you are in your life. If this isn't going to work anymore, it's fine. You're ready to walk away. It may have hurt, obviously, because Spirit's recognizing that there's still some pain there. But moving away from the situation leads you, in the order they came out, this is crazy. So Eight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. And then look what happens. You turn into the King of Pentacles. So you go from the Queen of Pentacles in reverse to the King of Pentacles. So all of these choices that you're going to make moving forward are going to put you in the best place, not only financially, but as far as how you feel inside. So the stability, the ability to save money, being secure in who you are, what you represent. All this pain and heartache, when you look back on it and you've moved forward, and it's been long enough that you've had time to really reflect on it, I think you're going to realize that this had to happen for a reason. Yeah, it sucks. It hurt, but it's also helped develop you in a way that's pushing you forward, that's going to create something in your life that you may not have had before. Maybe there was some stability, but not as much as you had wanted. And now you're coming to the King of Pentacles because of these situations, because of walking away from things that aren't fulfilling to you emotionally with the Eight of Cups, or dealing with people who, you know, ghost you or breadcrumb you or whatever it is that you may have dealt with in the past, and knowing that it's actually paying off, that you learned the lessons that you had to learn from whatever this really crappy situation might have been. Okay, so let's clarify what it is that's on your mind. Like, in the recent past, it just feels like you really had to take some time out to think about it. That instability, I think, pushed you. It could have created a lot of arguments as well, but needing to make a decision, and I think it was really difficult. Okay, so the Hierophant. That could have been a higher level of relationship, meaning you could have been in one for a very long time and or could have been married. I'm not sensing marriage as much, but that doesn't mean that there's thousands of you out there. So there could have been a marriage involved in this, and that's why there was some instability, because how do you split things? If there were children involved, doing that and creating a place for yourself outside of the connection to make sure it's stable. And I think there was a lot of arguing and fighting about how that was going to happen. And then the Eight of Cups again, walking away, maybe having an argument about the breakup of it and being willing to walk away. I don't think this person understands how you could shut off emotionally and turn your back on them. There could have been a lot of fighting about that. Or maybe you feel like somebody did that to you. In other words, they just shut off emotionally, and there was lots of arguing about how could you walk away from this relationship. So it could have been done to you, or you could have walked away. I don't like to do that a lot, where I bounce around with the energies. I like to be pretty clear. But in this case, it could have been vice versa for you guys. And then we have the Lovers in reverse, which makes perfect sense. So this is definitely a relationship that broke up. It could have been just recently. It could have been even a year ago. And some of this energy might still be lingering. But clearly, you've made a decision to walk away. And I don't think it was, obviously, it wasn't an easy one. It never is. That's why Judgment's in reverse and the Chariot's in reverse, because it's already happened. You already made the decision. You already moved away from it. You could have been dealing with a Cancer. We have quite a bit of water energy here. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I sense a lot of fire. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I pretty much have them all, I'll be honest. There's lots of swords as well. And we also have Capricorn, Virgo, and I just went blank on the Taurus. Sorry guys. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune, perfect. So the decision to walk away from this in the current energy is going to pay off with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress card. That's what we're talking about. It takes you to a place in the very beginning. Now that we're clarifying, it was taking you to a place where when you walked away, you became the King of Pentacles. And yes, it was difficult to do so, but now that we're clarifying the decision, you probably recognize now that the Wheel of Fortune is happening. Things are starting to move in your favor. So when you walk away from situations that don't serve you anymore, that's when things start to change. And I think you're starting to recognize how the changes are coming about. And that's beautiful energy. It's like everything you could possibly want moving forward. Even as difficult as it might be, you have so much to look forward to. So if you're feeling a little down in the dumps right now, I hope this picks you up, because you've got a lot of really great things coming. And then we have the Empress card, which is beautiful. She's spiritual, she's evolved, she's emotional, and knows how to connect with people. So male or female, doesn't matter. This is being in touch with that side of your energy. So for both men and women, it's important to be in touch with that feminine energy. This is really, truly appreciating everything that you have. Maybe you're more grateful now that you've moved away from something than you have been in the past. If it was that you needed to rebuild, maybe you're now in that place of, I'm just grateful for where I've come from and where I am now. You have a lot to look forward. There's a lot of things. I don't know if you play the lottery. I don't say this a lot in my readings. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but go play the lottery, because one or two of you could end up winning. They just said 500, 100. It could be one of those scratch-off tickets It's just coming up with that card. As I said, I don't always say that. So with the Seven of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck, they have me look at this. This is being clear about the one direction, not feeling confused by a bunch of different options. And maybe in the past, there was too much thrown at you, and it could have been confusing. But now, no longer. I don't think you have any confusion about the direction that you want to go in. I think you're starting to see how the doors can open when you close the old ones and start to open the new ones, and that's what brings you out of that delusion or confusion. All right, so let's clarify the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. It says you weren't clearly feeling stuck anymore, and that's because you walked away. Or if somebody did from you, now I think you're just going to have to move on from it, or feeling like you're ready to move on from it. So the Two of Swords, this could have been a pretty difficult, let's say, I feel like there was a tough conversation that was kind of cutting, and then we have the Four of Swords, and then the Judgment card. So when you made the decision to do this, to walk away, the Two of Swords means you've made it. When it's in the upright, I'd say you'd have a decision to make, like with the Judgment card, and a tough one. To me, this can be also about two people arguing. So there could be, some sharp words thrown at each other when you're in the midst of trying to walk away, or that person's walking away. Maybe you felt really hurt and you just kind of went off on someone. And then the Four of Swords says you had to take a step back and think about it. Did I make the right decision? Did I say things I shouldn't have, or did they say things they shouldn't have? And I think you're playing that through in your mind, maybe a little bit still in the near future about how this went down. But clearly it was the building blocks for what was coming next for you. And then let's clarify. You definitely have, I think you've already made this decision. I'm not going to sit on that too long because I just feel like it was already done. There may be some new decisions to make as far as like what happens when you get into a new position. There might be some things coming up where you're not sure how to make decisions, but you'll clearly make decisions. You're in a different state of mind. It's like it freed up the ability for you to make clearer choices in your life, where before it feels like it was kind of clouded. Maybe there was so much fighting or so much crap going on that you couldn't focus, and now you feel much clearer with the ability to make better decisions. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So walking away from something where you didn't feel like somebody was collaborating with you. If this person wasn't willing to work together or give into the relationship the way you were, could it have been a third party? I've got both cards that I feel represent that. It most definitely could have been. But again, the Eight of Swords comes out. And then we have the Star card in reverse. So there could be some residual healing that needs to be done. With the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse, this is not being confused. If you thought there was a third party, I think you're probably right. They want me to say this. I don't know if it was you. Maybe you walked away because there was somebody else in your life. Again, I don't usually flip-flop the energies, but it could be that way. So maybe you're a cross-watcher watching for Gemini and you're saying, no, that was them, not me, or vice versa. So either way, this situation has brought you to a place where you know what you want as far as your stability is concerned. You know how to make this a situation that works in your favor. That kind of sounded weird, but I feel like you're going to find sort of your serenity is what I'm hearing. As difficult as this is, it's coming, and it's kind of a sense of peace. Once we become unstuck, there's a sense of peace, and I feel like that's what you're coming to. Okay, guys, I'm going to pick these cards up, and we'll get into your person's energy. So if I didn't mention that in the beginning, I hope you're still with me and you stick around for this part. We will check into how they're feeling and see how you're feeling, and then we'll get the Romance Angel cards. Sometimes that'll bring out a different energy for you. So whoever's on your mind, whether this is the person we discussed or somebody new, whoever it may be, just think about them and we'll get their energy. So we've got the Four of Pentacles. Whoever this is, ooh, okay. Ouch. All right. I don't know who this is that you're thinking about, but whoever it is seems to have Yeah. If this is the person that we were talking about, it's clear what type of person they were. The Page of Cups. Do I feel like there's somebody new that's possibly coming towards you? Yes, I do. I think the person you were dealing with also offered very little emotionally. The Page is the youngest, and it can be a very innocent love, but it's also an emotionally immature person at times if it's in reverse, but that's what I'm sensing. Whoever this person is, right now they're holding back their emotions. So it doesn't have to be the person we discussed. I think they're moving away from a situation themselves that was really hurtful to them. Maybe they feel like they've been betrayed way too many times and they need to be careful about how they move forward in relationships. So if this is somebody that you feel like is barely showing you attention, it's just because they've been hurt in the past and they don't want to repeat those types of relationships. Somebody really did a number on this person. That's why they're holding back so much. Maybe it's also true that they need to focus on their work because they want to start rebuilding their life or saving money or whatever it is that's important to them. And it could have been that somebody took quite a bit from them financially. So right now they're just in a space of wanting to kind of preserve where they are. And with the Nine of Swords, it was something that really hurt them. It could be that they're holding back that you hurt them. If this is the person that we were dealing with in the main reading, it could be that you hurt them quite a bit and they're just really in their head about it. They can't stop thinking about it. The Four of Swords is not thinking clearly. So yes, they're upset. They're losing sleep. They're not thinking clearly. They're not getting through it because they feel like you ran away, and or they're upset because they ran away from you. Maybe they did things to you that they feel bad about. And there's part of them that wants to say that, but right now they're not able to come forward and explain to you that they feel bad about what they did, if there was the third party that we saw earlier. So there's a couple different energies I'm picking up. Okay, and then for you right now, I don't think you see the future clearly. And we talked about that a little bit. You're moving into, in the near future, something that's going to be so stable and so beautiful for you. So I don't want you to lose hope. Right now, with this situation, I don't think like you can see the future. It doesn't feel like it's everything to you. I think you're focused on your Empress energy, which came up in the main reading. This is about maybe focusing more on your spirituality, wanting to really come to a place of feeling stable, mind, body, and soul, balancing things out in your life, getting over this heartbreak, and finding a way out of where you felt discontent and moving into, you could have been dealing with a Leo, or you could have Leo in your chart, finding your happiness after this heartbreak. So with it in reverse, there could be times when you still feel sad about what happened, and maybe you thought it was going to make you really happy and it didn't. And there's just a real need to step up and say, you know what, this is who I am and I know who I am. That could be the other energy that you're putting out there now. It's like, okay, so this didn't move forward. So what? I know who I am. I know what I have to offer. This may have hurt and I may have been stuck, but your loss. Okay, so let's get the romance angel cards and see if there's a different message in there or if it's going to apply to this as well. All right, so this is for Gemini. We've got, this could be the one, soulmate. Ooh, new love in reverse, which I don't read reversals in this deck. And then love yourself first. I don't know why they're all twisted. Worth waiting for, divine timing as at work in your love life. If you're getting beyond this situation, something you clearly walked away from, and you want to move forward and want new love, I definitely believe either you've met this person and you want to move forward with them and you feel like they are a soulmate. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Again, if this hasn't happened, it's coming. Because of that, all that energy you worked through, you're coming to a place of finding you and your stability. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. That's what we were talking about with the Empress card. So the more you focus on that and knowing what you are, the better that is, obviously, for attracting the right type of partner into your life. Okay, so I'm going to get one card. The bottom one is popping out, so look how beautiful that is. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So whoever's on your mind, that person still loves you quite a bit. All right. I don't know if we need an outcome for this situation. I think you're going to have to decide whether... Yeah, let's get the cards. If I said it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So let's see what the outcome might be for you guys. With whoever's on your mind. I'll see if I can't get both scenarios. So we have the Strength card. Again, another Leo card. So you could be dealing with that Leo. The Page of Cups. Again, a small offer. The Moon. I still think there's secrets. And the Knight of Wands. This person, whoever you're thinking about, I feel like this is that energy of someone who's going to make small offers, but I still think there's secrets there. Be careful. Whoever this is, you know, someone who moves fast, passionately. Maybe they come in and they want to be very physical. You could be dealing with Pisces too. This is someone who comes in and is passionate, but doesn't bring a lot of love. Definitely has a lot going on that you don't know about. And the Strength card, I think it just sort of... I don't think they have the strength to be in a full-term relationship. Whoever you were dealing with in the past, the difficult person. This is kind of like that in and out. Well, I have a little bit of love and I have a lot of passion. Or I just want to come in and have sex and I just want to go away. Or I have secrets and BS and I bring it all to the table. And this is kind of the chaos that you were dealing with in the past. So you have to decide. All right, let's move into the wisdom of the Oracle and see what last messages we have for you for June. This is for Gemini. Okay, we have To Be Fair, All That Glitters, Never Ending Story, and Co-Create. And then we have Unfinished Symphony. So I feel like that energy is still kind of around you. Like I said, I saw it in the near future, you moving away from whoever this person was. I think you want to be fair. This reduces to an 11. I think your soulmate is coming. And in order to find the person, the balance in your life so that you can attract that type of person, it's going to be important to be fair to the situation that you're walking away from. That was kind of a strange message, but you want balance. And they just keep showing me the 11. So it's going to be really important that you find that and put that to rest. Maybe it's finding balance within yourself so that you can be fair to yourself so that you can move forward into this new love. All That Glitters. This is a 16, which reduces to a 7. To me, this is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Maybe it's that everything you touch right now turns to gold because you've moved from the Queen of Pentacles into the King of Pentacles, from the reverse to the upright, and now everything is starting to really feel like it's shining. I believe that with the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Never Ending Story. This is either not beating yourself up about the fact that this is the type of relationship maybe you have attracted or you've been in the past and it just hasn't worked. It's letting it go. Releasing that so that you don't repeat that same cycle again. And then Co-Create. This is great because I think this has to do with co-creating in either a new job or in a new relationship where you're going to have harmony and balance with the 4. It's a beautiful card. It's knowing your worth as well. When you see him sitting on top of that rock, and then the owl, the indication of the soulmates in this deck is the 2 owls. So it's like maybe there's a part of you that hasn't quite decided whether somebody is the one for you, but it's coming. Something feels like it draws you in, but you're very powerful right now, and you're drawing in the person that's going to be your soulmate. That's what I feel. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like and comment below and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. I hope you guys have a great June. It seems like you have a lot to look forward to, but you've got to put to rest a lot of tough stuff too. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Have a great month, and I'll see you in the weeklies next week. Take care. Bye.